podcast is brought to you by Schema Business School.
Hello and welcome back to Doing Business in Europe, and back to the episodes about Indian companies and the way in which they use European markets, how they enter European markets, and how they partner with European companies. Now we're going to learn that indeed quality and cost are the key factors in the considerations that Western companies seem to have when they come to the Indian market and also into the manufacturing sector. And also, we're going to learn about the motivations that Indian companies have when they look at the European market and actually look into competitiveness worldwide.
I'm Muralidharan. I'm the Managing Director of GK Sons Engineering Enterprises. We are based out at Trichy and Tamil Nadu, about 300 kilometers from Chennai. And I have over 3 decades of experience running an engineering industry. We are in the SME sector. We manufacture products like globe valves, gate valves, and products for the boiler industry. With a giant like BHEL nearby, we have over the years learned how to make good products for the boiler industry. There are 2 experiences for us doing business in Europe. One is we buy machine tools from Europe. We buy machine tools from Germany, used machine tools from Germany, and we also have experience buying machine tools from Italy. Some of the heavy fabrication equipment machines we buy from Italy. Of course, the reason for buying those machines from Italy and Spain is one is the quality of the product that comes out of that is good for precision manufacturing. Number 1. Number 2, these machines are right now not made in India of that size. The larger machines today are still, some of them are not made in India. Therefore, we source it from Europe. Especially for machine type of jobs, it's mostly Germany. And if it is heavy plate rolling machines, that we go to Italy to buy those machines. So they are very good at that. Of course, we buy like I told you earlier, the used machines we buy because India has to be very competitive in the global market. And the cost of funds in India is very high. Therefore, we try to keep our capital investments as low as possible because of the costs. Therefore, we buy used equipment which has decent residual life, which is not the German and the European industry don't use those machines anymore. So those kind of machines come to India. Okay, we may some of the machines refurbish them a little and then start using it. Of course, we do sell our products to UK companies for the valves industry. And of course, we also sell auto components. Of course, that comes under our own brand with the Indian tag to it. But whereas the other components which we export to the UK is not mentioned as made in India. Possibly because the customers there would like to say made in Europe has a better value for their own products when they sell it rather than say it was made in India. While to some extent it is true, in many cases the Indian industry today has matured to make products which are of good quality. And as you know, auto sector India is quite strong these days, and the quality requirement of the auto sector is quite high.
So where does your European partner then actually sell the product? Does it go into the European single market? Does it go globally? Where is it actually destinated to? And also, second question, the fact that you buy your equipment in Europe, does that mean that you are well in conformity with the standards that are required for the European market?
Actually, there are 2 ways of looking at it. One is, for example, some of the equipment that is used for example, aerospace requires very heavy precision. So some companies which are doing those products may find this machine not so useful to make those products anymore. But whereas the sector in which we make, for example, the boiler industry or the energy sector where we make equipment, the accuracy levels are not as stringent as required by the industry as such. So that could be one of the reasons why those machines are not used there anymore, which is useful to India for the products that we make. The other one, of course, is that the extra amount of effort that is required to manufacture a product because of the the quality of the machine may not be as viable in Europe as it is in India. We put that extra effort to get the quality of the product. In fact, this was the statement that was made by a quality head of a company in UK. I asked him how does he find the quality standards of companies that are in India vis-a-vis their outsourcing partners in the UK. So he made a statement that for the quality of equipments that the Indian companies have to what the UK companies use, we are still able to match the quality with that extra effort to maintain the required standards. Actually, they are a global supplier in the field of oil equipment manufacturing. Therefore, our products go all over the world. Of course, goes with our European
The European standard.
standard.
Exactly. So,
But it does meet all the requirements because those companies have very stringent checking standards. Right from, radiation level check for the input raw material to whatnot. So they're very stringent about it, and it's because of the world market perception that they are forced to do this.
So your partnership with the UK company is in a way that they have you produce that component,
Yeah,
they pick it up here, they control probably what you're doing, right?
yeah,
They then channel it through the UK,
Yeah.
or through Europe altogether. They put the Made in Europe stamp on it,
yes.
and then they distribute it worldwide.
And the market accepts it without any quality problems.
Okay.
Because in the long run, if the quality was not up to the standard, by now we are doing business from 2004 onwards, so 7 years, and we've had no problems. Which means it's more to do with the market perception than the quality itself.
And you were talking about the advantage for them to produce here in India.
Yeah, very much.
So in terms of cost consideration,
Yeah,
what is their perspective?
It's mainly cost, it can be only cost consideration because it's nearly 30% cheaper, and when they have to compete in the global market, it is very difficult for them unless they are able to do this kind of sourcing. It may be difficult for them to be very competitive in the market because they compete in global tenders, for example. So different parts of the world. So, with many companies adopting the same standard, again the price, if somebody, his competitor is already doing it, he must also follow suit, otherwise he will have the cost advantage of what he's doing, of sourcing it in Asian countries. Actually, our company is now ready to go into the European market to sell our products. There's no problem. But as of now, with the economy in India exploding, especially in the sector, energy sector in which we are not able to grow fast enough to go into the European market itself. Supplying to Indian companies itself is, in spite of nearly about 20-30% growth year on year in the last 4 years, we are still not able to find spare capacities to go outside the country. But we certainly would like to do that over a period of time. We would like to be global suppliers. And Europe, of course, is a good market because manufacturing is coming down a lot in the Europe. I think India and China are becoming the manufacturing hub of the world. Therefore, we would be there to manufacture all the requirements of Europe.